Hello, welcome to Grade 11 Transportation Technology, Mr. DeAndrea's class. In this short tutorial, I kind of want to go through the course itself as a whole, the expectations of the course, the expectations from your teacher, and as a student. So in this course, the course is designed to be college bound. So in grade 11, grade 12, they're college bound courses. So my expectations or the curriculum expectations are to expose you to problem solving techniques, being able to diagnose certain areas of the vehicle, being able to refer to service manuals and literature, being able to understand what's being asked of you during a service procedure, apply the theory, and throw in a little bit of problem solving and some self-regulation. This course will lead you in the preparatory for level one college bound and possibly a career in the transportation sector. So this course is quite entailed and targeted to expose you as much as you can to some of the scenarios that will be coming up in your first year of college. So these are the specific expectations set out by the Ministry of Education. As a student, you can refer to them. This is more for the teacher himself. Course outline. So in this course, as a grade 11 course, we'll be covering the following sections: safety and work practices, engines, brakes, powertrains, steering, suspension, and brakes, body and trim, electrical, electronics, fuels and emissions, emerging technologies, and which will be a combination of electric vehicles. Now, what you see here on this outline will depict what you're going into. I tried to line it up to a level one introductory level apprenticeship or post-secondary transportation class at a college level. So that way we're gearing you up for the next level and what to expect and to get yourself used to how the units are divided up at a college level. So what you see here is typically exactly what you would find in a post-secondary program. Student learning in my class: ask many questions often. I can't stress that enough. Ask, ask, ask. I am your teacher. I'm here to foster education. I'm here to foster problem solving skills. And I want to be able to present to you a teacher that is approachable. All right, so come to me. Don't just assume something. The class is to be fun. It is to teach you things that you may have not been exposed to before, but it's also teaching you skills that you thought that you didn't have, that you may have inside you, and by allowing you to do different tasks will bring that out in you. Student learning for all. I'm emphasizing on learning by doing. All right. So every activity, every practical activity, every handout will have a direct connection to something that you'll be doing and exposing. So, for example, if we're talking about engines, I'll introduce the topic, right? And then followed by a level one activity, which will kind of get your feet wet into the subject matter. And then we'll actually do it hands-on. Okay, we will prove the theory, we will put your practical skills in action, and we try to apply it in a way that will benefit you now here in this course, but also going forward. Safe practice is essential, right? I won't tolerate anything but safe practices. If you are unsure about a procedure, you've never done the procedure before, or you're unsure about the equipment being used, regardless of the fact that if there's any specific equipment training needed, you'll be having to pass that certification first before using the tool. Please ask me. All right. Promote and foster problem solving. I'm big on problem solving, self-regulation, the ability for you as a student, an individual, not only in this class, but in the real world, to look at scenarios and situations and best choose a path or a technique that may provide the best outcome. All right, so you need to start training yourself to do that, not just in this class, but in all classes. Introduce a strengthen transferable skills. The key terms here: transferable skills. So what you learn in this class not only will benefit you in this class, but also I'd like to uh, create skills that A, you've known to have, and we will make them better, or B, you may not have known to have, so that you can carry them out through life, other courses, and your career going on into the future. So transfer of skills are very, very important. Inclusive learning to all learning styles. I design my courses that in a way to such suit all learning styles. So in other words, if you're a hands-on student, all right, I can accommodate that. I will accommodate that. It's available for you. All the PowerPoints, such as this as an example, will have an audio video link to it. I've also created in the next couple slides some resources for different styles of learners and different groups of students that want to engage in their class at different levels. All right, so I promote an all-inclusive education regardless of your style of learning. Learning resources. So I've actually created a grade 11 YouTube channel specific to the grade 11 class. When you're in grade 12, you will have a grade 12 link to this class. This link is shareable only to my class currently enrolled, right? So I've added the link to this PowerPoint slides for this class here. So if you click on the link, it'll take you to my grade 11 YouTube channel. On that channel, there'll be tons and tons of videos, um, some PowerPoint presentations, some exemplars of everything that you're going to be doing at a grade 11 level. Okay, so a great feature that I've added. Please use it. And if you have any questions on how to maneuver it or whatnot, please ask. Okay, your textbook. PowerPoints with audio and video, we just discussed that a few moments ago, where I like to talk through some of the audio. So that way, if we don't get a full absorption in class, you can refer to it later on after class or from home or from your iPhone through your LMS system throughout the school. Some of your PowerPoints I'm actually considering to attach to the YouTube channel. So if you don't access it through your LMS, again, you can connect to it through your grade 11 YouTube channel. I'd like to make this course, anything that's online, um, resources, assignments, and whatnot, anything should be found within 2 to 3 clicks of your mouse, right? Everything's accessible, everything's easy to read, whether you're doing it at home or doing it at school. It's important for me to reduce the confusion to accessibility, right? Your teacher. That's right. Your teacher is a resource, right? If you've never been told, your teacher in your transportation or your woodworking or your computer class or your math class is an expert at that subject matter. Right? And when you're an expert at that subject matter, you have been formally trained. In my case, I have over 15 to 20 years of experience on the job doing all of these routines. I've been exposed to being self-employed, exposures to business management. So your teacher is an incredible resource for you. Use it while you have your teacher available to you. You will find when you get into the college level that student-teacher relationship that you have at a high school level is not quite the same. Not to say that it's not there, it's just not quite the same, right? It's a different level of coaching. So your teacher is a great resource. Ask a lot of questions. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of input on a lot of different aspects of the industry. So ask away. That's what I enjoy the best. I love those challenging questions. So please don't be afraid to ask and challenge me. So about me, my name is Mr. DeAndrea, which you may have already been introduced to that in the class. My email address, I cannot, just to be a note, email addresses, I cannot open an email address unless it's routed through the school board or the school's site. Okay, this is under the school policy, so we'll If you have an issue with this, please see me one-on-one and we'll discuss your needs. I'm a hot rod builder, so I'm into custom work, um, engines, body, chassis, fabrications, all that good stuff. So there's a lot of exposure there. Member of the Fiat Club Canada. The Fiat Club of Canada is a dying art, a European thing, of course, being that it's a Fiat. I'm a member because I'm into them. At a level where there's very probably maybe a handful of us left that have the amount of exposure to deal with some of the service routines with this brand. So I became a member to try to promote it within younger people. I'm a licensed 310T truck and a 310S automotive service tech, right? So 310T means anything over 10,000 pounds, so heavy freightliner, transport trucks, mining machinery, any of that stuff there. And 310S is automotive, anything under 10,000 pounds, so up to a pickup truck. I've been a licensed automotive service tech since 2000. I've been a post-secondary college prof since 2008, teaching motive power. Right? What I've taught at a college level, I've taught every subject. Right? So I've been exposed to everything from body and trim to engines to powertrains to electric vehicles. I have formal electric vehicle training, which is our emerging technology, as to why I attached it to your course. I love being a teacher. It's my absolute passion. I've always had a passion for being a teacher. Although I didn't pursue teaching earlier on in my career because I had a primary passion at that time, which was the automotive sector, it's always been in my blood. I've always been embedded within education, whether it be at a high school level or post-secondary. And an extent to that is I love being a technological teacher. Being part of the tech or STEM part of education is so key at the times that we live in. Everything technological is advancing. There is a massive need for um, employment for individuals that are able to work with technology, right, and that understand it. At one time, becoming a mechanic or a carpenter or a laborer job was considered to be, well, you didn't go to university, so you're just your next best thing to provide a job for yourself. That is actually becoming untrue. A technician job, an automotive tech or a truck and coat tech, there are some strong skill sets required. You need to be able to write a sentence. You need to be able to read service manuals because of the intricacy of electronics and programming. You need to be able to perform basic math functions. Okay. Especially with the emerging electric vehicles now, I could tell you that the complexity is there and the pay is there. So it's once, that it was just a blue collar job. That is not true. Right? The set skills and the standards are much higher than they once were. Course expectations, work hard. Put your best work forward. Promote learning environment. I promote learning. Promote questions. I promote planting the seeds and letting it foster. Safety is our number one priority. This is a college-bound course, so I'm planting seeds to put you on the right path going forward. Real-world applications of theory and practice. We will be doing some diagnostic real-world applications, right? Where I will bug a vehicle, you will start to finish diagnose and report on the problem. We will also be doing fabrication. I do this really interesting project where we build a in-class electric application to put on a go-kart or a scooter using for those of you that may not have exposed to this stuff yet, but not using your traditional electric motor. We'll be using an alternator from a vehicle and converting it to a motor. So again, it's rarely ever been done anywhere to my best of knowledge. So I'll be teaching you all those stuff to be teaching you the upcoming technology in electric vehicles. We'll be covering the specific expectations as outlined by the curriculum standards set out by the Ministry of Education, but this class is not limited to that. The elements that I add to this class are at all levels. We cover the minimal requirement, but I'm always adding key elements or ingredients to the subject matter that makes this able for you to take it further, puts you in line with the college bound course, or create curiosity in the course itself. Maybe you're not aware of some of the things that are going on. I'll give you an example of this. I've had a student in the past that took it all through high school, right? And this was a student that had no interest in the transportation field at all. Took it all through high school, did his apprenticeship through the college program, 3-year program, and he ended up landing a job. I just received an email from him. He was a good student. Got an email from him that he got a job with Mitchell and or All Data, where he does all the research and the write-ups for the service manuals, making $115,000 a year starting, okay, to do something that he absolutely loves. And those are the words that he used. Something that he absolutely loves. So not only are we training you to be a technician, but we're training you to have, again, those transferable skills that will lead you into a larger sector of the transportation industry, not limited to cars and trucks, marine, airplanes, military, farming, okay, equipment. So these are all things as we go through the course that I'll be introducing to you. Again, I want to invigorate excitement. There is a lot to learn here, and whereas the future is very bright in the transportation field. So welcome, and we'll be talking to you soon.